Joshua chapter 19. And the second lot came forth to Simeon, even for the tribe of the children of Simeon according to their families, and their inheritance was within the inheritance of the children of Judah. And they had in their inheritance Beersheba, and Sheba, and Moladah, and Hazar-shual, and Bala, and Azim, and El-Tolad, and Bethel, and Hormah, and Ziklag, and Beth-Markaboth, and Hazar-Suzah, and Bethel-boath, and Sharuhen, 13 cities and their villages, Ain, Rimmon, and Ether, and Ashan, 4 cities and their villages, and all the villages that were round about these cities of Baalath-beer, Ramoth of the south. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Simeon according to their families. Out of the portion of the children of Judah was the inheritance of the children of Simeon, for the part of the children of Judah was too much for them. Therefore the children of Simeon had their inheritance within the inheritance of them. And the third lot came up for the children of Zebulun according to their families. And the border of their inheritance was unto Sered, and their border went up toward the sea and Maralah, and reached to Dabasheth, and reached to the river that is before Jokneam, and turned from Sered eastward toward the sun rising unto the border of Chisloth-Tabor, and then goeth out to Daberath, and goeth up to Japhia. And from thence passes on along on the east to Gittahefer, and then to Ithak-Kazin, and goeth out to Remon-Methor to Nea, and the border compasseth on the north side of Hanathon, and the outgoings thereof are in the valley of Jiphthathel, and Kattah, and Nahalal, and Shimron, and Adalah, and Bethlehem, 12 cities with their villages. This is the inheritance of the children of Zebulun according to their families, these cities with their villages. And the fourth lot came out to Issachar, for the children of Issachar according to their families. And their border was toward Jezreel, and Chesulloth, and Shunem, and Haphraim, and Shihon, and Anahareth, and Rabbath, and Kision, and Abez, and Remeth, and Enganim, and Enhaddah, and Beth-Pazaz. And the coast reacheth to Tabor, and Shahazimah, and Beth-Shemesh, and the outgoings of the border were at Jordan, 16 cities and their villages. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Issachar, according to their families, the cities and their villages. And the fifth lot came out for the tribe of the children of Asher, according to their families. And the border was Helkath, and Hali, and Beten, and Akshaph, and Alamelech, and Amad, and Mishiel, and reacheth to Carmel westward, and to Shishol-Libnath, and turneth toward the sun rising to Beth-Dagon, and reacheth to Zebulun, and to the valley of Jiphthathel, toward the north side of Bethemech, and Neiel, and goeth out to Cabul on the left side, and Hebron, and Rehob, and Hammon, and Cana, even unto great Zidon. And then the coast turneth to Ramah, and to the strong city Tyre, and the coast turneth to Hosha, and the outgoings thereof are at the sea from the coast to Achzib, Yuma also, and Aphek, and Rehob, 22 cities and their villages. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Asher according to their families, these cities with their villages. The sixth lot came out to the children of Naphtali, even for the children of Naphtali, according to their families. And their coast was from Heleph, from Elon, and Zaananim, and Adamai, Necheb, Jabneel, unto Lacham, and the outgoings thereof were at Jordan. And then the coast turneth westward to Aznoth-Tabar, and goeth out from thence to Hukok, and reaches to Zebulun on the south side, and reaches to Asher on the west side, and to Judah upon Jordan toward the sun rising. And the fenced cities are Ziddim, Zur, Hamath, Rakkath, and Chinnereth, and Adamah, and Ramah, and Hatzor, and Kadesh, and Edrei, and Hazor, and Iron, and Migdalel, Horem, and Bethanath, and Bethshemeth, 19 cities and their villages. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Naphtali, according to their families, the cities and their villages. And the seventh lot came out for the tribe of the children of Dan, according to their families. And the coast of their inheritance was Zorah, and Eshtaol, and Irshemesh, and Sheel-Abibin, and Ajalon, and Jethlah, and Elon, and Thimnathah, and Ekron, and Eltekeh, and Gibbethon, and Baalath, and Jehud, and Beniberak, and Gathrimmon, and Midjarkon, and Rakon, with the border before Japho. And the coast of the children of Dan went out too little for them. Therefore the children of Dan went up to fight against Leshem, and took it, and smote it with the edge of the sword, and possessed it, and dwelt therein, and called Leshem Dan, after the name of Dan their father. This is the inheritance of the tribe of the children of Dan, according to their families, these cities with their villages. When they had made an end of dividing the land for inheritance by their coasts, the children of Israel gave an inheritance to Joshua the son of Nun among them. According to the word of the Lord, they gave him the city which he asked, even Timnath-serah in Mount Ephraim, and he built the city and dwelt therein. These are the inheritances which Eleazar the priest and Joshua the son of Nun, and the heads of the fathers of the tribe of the children of Israel divided for an inheritance by lot in Shiloh, before the Lord, at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. So they made an end of dividing the country. A couple of things about this chapter that you might not be quite aware of. They had all the properties had been sort of decided on, and what the physical location was, and they were decided on the basis of size, what the carrying capacity was for a given population. In other words, places down south like Simeon got, which was largely desert country, you might need a huge area to support a family or the tribe, whereas someplace that was much more fertile, much better watered, would need a much smaller territory, and they had been divided off that way. And so they were casting the lots in front of the tabernacle in Shiloh. Shiloh is about 40 miles north of Jerusalem. The tabernacle was there for a long time. Central between north and south and east and west in Israel. And they cast the lots. Everybody got their property. But it was interesting that only the tribe of Dan seems to have had the get up and go to do what they were supposed to do. It was visualized that the children of Israel would work together. Each of the tribes would come together, and they would cleanse the land of all the idol worshippers. And they didn't seem to want to do that. It just seemed they wanted to fit in with whoever was there already. And that was absolute disaster for them. But the tribe of Dan went and they attacked the city, put it to the sword, and renamed the city after Dan, the father of their tribe. And that was the only tribe that seemed to have the get up and go to do that. Amazing. Anyway, towards the end, they decide, and Joshua's getting very old. The Lord's telling him he's really in tough shape. They decide to give him an inheritance wherever he wants it. He gets a chance to pick. He very humbly picks a town that has been totally destroyed, Timnath-serah. And it's in Ephraim, Mount Ephraim area, and they don't even know where that really is. There are people who think they do, but they're guessing. And Joshua was buried there. There is a Jewish tradition that Caleb is also buried in the area. In the area where they think it might be, there are a number of sepulchres that are quite large, quite remarkable, but they really don't know for sure where Joshua was buried. Don't even know where the city was that he built up. But we come to the end of the life, pretty much, of this remarkable man. And but we've got a few more chapters to go before it actually happens. But amazing life that this man had.